Are you a business owner who had an original EIDL loan that is in need of additional funding, or you were declined a request for additional funding? If so, these are the SBA EIDL updates for February 2022. The SBA has stopped taking applications on 12/31/21, but recently we are seeing SBA funding in as little as 5 to 6 weeks for loans in the system. Hi, I am Mike Wright with bizfundfirst.com and Foresight Business Funding. Here are the most recent updates for February 11, 2022. The most important update is if you're trying to get targeted advance funds, you must have your reevaluation request in by February 15, 2022. On the current SBA EIDL loans in process, the ones that we are working on, we're also seeing a slowdown in time of funding. We've generally seen our loan submissions be funded in a total of 3 weeks in the past, but in the last couple of weeks, it's now taking an extra 2 or 3 weeks. So if you ask for us to consult and you help submit your EIDL loan, it is now taking 5 to 6 weeks on average from start to finish. So let's go over the loan updates. The main one, so it's the 11th. You have a few days to get these requests submitted. The targeted EIDL advance reevaluation requests must be submitted by February 15th, 2022. The second most important update is the SBA funding time has slowed. Once approved, we're seeing those hit accounts in about 10 days. Previously, it was 3 weeks from when we would get a loan file, get it submitted, and get it funded. It'd take about 3 weeks. Now we're seeing 5 to 6 weeks before the money is hitting people's accounts. Those are the big 2 updates. And now I'm just going to go over the updates from last month and at the end of the year. The SBA EIDL increased the request maximum to $2 million per loan. And the repayment is not required for 2 years from your original request date. COVID EIDL funds can be used to pay commercial debt, existing loans, and federal business debt. When I say existing loans, it's business loans. The SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program discontinued taking applications on 12/31/2021. So if you didn't apply, you're going to have to seek a different type of financing. The funding continues in 2022 until the SBA exhausts all funds. Our understanding is there's enough money in the budget, the SBA budget for this. There's enough money to cover the increases, and if all the appeals were accepted, there's enough money to fund everyone that's in the system. We're still helping businesses in 2 situations. Businesses who would like additional funding, your average, you're going to get increases of 2 times your initial EIDL request up to the current 2 million maximum. Businesses who were declined for an increase, usually we can help. It's the most we see is tax issues. Either the transcript doesn't match the tax return, and then we have to amend the tax return. Sometimes you just have to resubmit the same tax return. There's all kinds of little glitches, but usually the loans that I've worked on, probably 90% of them we've been able to help get those through. One key note is, we have an SBA Specialist, and they've packaged and processed thousands of these requests, successfully getting businesses the maximum that they can get. A couple examples: I had a gentleman call off a video. He was having trouble getting his $100,000 We were able to bump that up. He was entitled to $500,000. So for him, just calling and asking, having us review it, not only did he get his 100, but he got 400,000 extra. There was a gentleman a few days ago that needed $143,000, and it looks like he'll qualify for almost $600,000. That one hasn't been funded, but that's what we expect. So if you need help, please give us a call, 317-589-0118, or go to bizfundfirst.com and schedule a phone call, or go to our website and send us a contact form, and we'll give you a call and try to get you going on this. More information on the SBA EIDL loan program and updates. Borrowers can request increases up to their maximum eligible loan amount for up to 2 years after their loan origination date, or until the funds are exhausted. So basically, there's a deadline, as you can see, for targeted EIDL advances, which means if you're in a certain zip code, you can get extra money. Those have to be submitted by February 15th, 2022. For the rest of you, theoretically, there's not a rush. You have up to 2 years, but it's up to you. But even though we think there's enough money for every appeal request, I would do it sooner than later and help your own cash flow. So the EIDL, the COVID EIDL and EIDL advanced programs still have increased COVID EIDL cap. So basically the SBA lifted the COVID EIDL cap from $500,000 to $2 million. So that's a max you can get. Loan funds can be used for any normal operating expense and working capital, including payroll, equipment, paying off debt, purchase land. One thing I want to note is that what we've seen, if you're requesting over $500,000, those do take a little bit longer, and they're scrutinizing those a little bit more than if you're under the $500,000 amount, basically because they've seen a lot of fraud. The update from last year basically put it in an implementation of a deferred payment period. So you don't have to make payments for 2 years after your loan origination date. What we need to request additional funds or to appeal your decline, we have a small package, basically 3 forms that we will email to you. It's just a basic application to get you in the system. There's a consulting and fee agreement that is an SBA form. I think it's 159. We have a wire agreement. We will need your 2019 tax return, driver's license, voided check. We will need any denial emails or the last correspondence from the SBA. This just helps us see what's going on with your file a little bit better. And once we receive these, they're forwarded to our SBA specialist, and he will reach out to you. This says next week. When that was put in this slide, he was very swamped. So basically, lately it's been 1 to 2 business days. He will reach out to you. If we get a tick up again, it could push out to 3, but it's usually within 24 hours. The basic charge for packaging, consulting, submission, working it through the system is 5% of the funds that you receive. This can vary on complexity. If you've received 2 rounds of funding, to request a 3rd round, the SBA scrutinizes those applications in detail. So typically you'll need business plan, more financials, backup documentation. if you have all these items, there's no need for, any additional fees or any of that. But we've had clients where we've had to help do their business plan and help them with financials. And we may charge a packaging fee for that on top of the 5%, but it's nominal. It's basically for us to pay for time. So if you have any questions, if you're not sure what's going on with your EIDL loan at the SBA, or you're stuck, give us a call, 317-589-0118. That's my direct line, Mike Wright. If the EIDL loans are not a fit for you, we have hundreds, well, technically thousands of lenders that can help you, whether it's a traditional SBA loan, conventional loan if you're in the Midwest, Georgia, Texas, quick funding. So if you'd like to learn your options, just click right now. Or if you're in YouTube, you'll probably have to maybe cut and paste or just go straight to bizfundfirst.com. And I'd suggest scheduling a meeting, but give me a call. I'm on the phone all day long. I will call you back as soon as I possibly can. But if you're on my schedule, you get called first. So thank you very much for watching our video on the SBA EIDL loan updates. If you like the video, please click like. If you would like updates on other financing, employee retention tax credits, that's another thing a lot of businesses have overlooked and haven't received funding on. We have consistent updates on that program. So so if you'd like to be updated on changes in business finance and real estate finance, please click subscribe to our channel and they will notify you when there's a new video. Thank you very much. Have a great day.